I'm Molly, and this is Reviews for Humans. Dustin's not here. It's just me. But he's here in spirit. This recap will be highlighted by his tweets. It starts out with Damon in the shower. Perfect way to start out an episode. He's hosing himself down because obviously last week him and Elena kissed, which is totally awesome because everybody wants Delena to happen. Like everyone, and if you don't talk to me. Elena is punching a punching bag with a lark. She's working out. She feels kind of guilty, but she doesn't at the same time. Then we cut to Bonnie, like Bonnieing all over the place in the creepy witch house. Stefan and Damon go to the creepy witch house because a hybrid is there. And obviously Damon rips out the hybrid's heart, which is cool because we haven't seen Damon rip out any hearts lately. Elena tells Bonnie about Jer's plans to leave and to go to Colorado and leave everybody behind because, well, Damon compelled him to leave. Then we cut to Stefan and Damon back at the creepy witch house. They're trying to figure out why are there more coffins than there should be originals in them. So, ooh, what's the fourth coffin? Who's in the fourth coffin? Who? Or what? It's Karoline's birthday, you guys. Tyler shows up at school to douche things up royally. He's so sorry. He's so sorry. Whatever, Tyler. Everybody hates you. They cry and they kiss. And he gives her a B-Day gift. It's a charm bracelet. Klaus and Stefan are having a convo. I really don't know what's happening at this point. But either way, Stefan cuts off a hybrid's head in front of Klaus and he's like, do whatever it takes. And then Tyler tries to take a stand against Klaus. Like, whatever, Tyler. Like, you can get anywhere with that. And that's pretty much what Klaus tells him. He's like, you could try, but there's gonna be consequences. The gang, Bonnie, Elena, take Klaroline to a cemetery, to like some creepy mausoleum. And Matt shows up. And it's just like the weirdest effing birthday ever. And now Lark and Damon go to the founders meeting or whatever it's called, the council. They go to the council meeting, which like they make a comment about how can't the council meeting just be a council meeting, and it's not. It's like this big gala because everything's a gala in Mystic Falls. Of course Klaus is there because somebody mentions, oh, this British guy is gonna double whatever the largest donation is. Psh. And then there's this whole conversation between Mrs. Mayer, Damon, and Klaus, and I kind of missed it, but I'm sure it wasn't really that important. Oh geez, Dr. Fell is at the council meeting. Lark's there, and like there's sort of sparks. I mean, it's kind of just like forced, like, oh, you know, Lark's supposed to have a new love interest. Oh gee, I wonder what's gonna happen to her. Stefan shows up, and he's about to take out this hybrid, because he tells Klaus, he told him, I'm gonna kill all your hybrids. They need to get out of town or I'm gonna kill them all. So, you know, Stefan is like super stubborn, so of course he's gonna do it. And Damon stops him and he says, do you know what's gonna happen if you kill a hybrid? Klaus will make another hybrid. And what does he need to make hybrids? Elena. And Stefan, like Stefan's whole theme, his like mantra is, I don't care anymore. Tyler shows up and crashes Karoline's B-Day party. And they kind of leave together and they go out into the woods and they start making out and he bites her. We cut back to the rest of the gang. And Stefan shows up, knocks Matt out, takes Elena, nabs her. So Matt ends up finding Klaroline and takes her to Sheriff Mom's house, her house. Actually, where's Klaroline living these days? I guess she's still living at home. This show, seriously, you're a vampire, come on. Stefan has Elena in his little red, foreign, tiny, ridiculous car. He's driving super fast and he calls Klaus and he says, get your hybrids out of town. And he says, I'm gonna drive Elena off of Old Wickery Bridge, which we all know, that's where her parents died. So what does he do? He feeds her his blood and threatens to drive her off the bridge. She's terrified. She doesn't want to become a vampire. We all know that. So Klaus says, fine, I'll call them off. Stefan squeals his tires and he stops as Elena is like pleading with him. And they get out and she's mad and she's like, you know this is where my parents died. You know that because you're the one that saved me. You don't care. And he says, I really don't care what you think about me anymore, Elena. Gets in the car and drives away and leaves her on that road. So Karoline's like dying now, right? Because Tyler bit her, who's a hybrid, and she's dying, and who shows up to save her? Klaus. And he's like, I didn't mean for that to happen. Whatever, Klaus, you so did, because he is a monster. He's an ultimate monster. Okay, this is where like Dustin and I so disagree. Klaus makes this like lovely speech about how it's your birthday, and think about how you can have an eternity of birthdays, and he like sells her immortality. And Dustin is all like, oh, why are they trying to show Klaus's humanity? Hello, they're not showing his humanity. He's selling her immortality. There's nothing human about that. He's a monster. So he feeds her his blood and like kind of woos her in a way. It's totally creepy. And then we cut to Elena and Damon on Elena's porch again. And she's all like, thanks for picking me up. And he's like, no problem. Whatever. And he holds her face again, and she says something about the moment when they kissed, and she's like, we can't do that. It doesn't feel right. And Jeremy actually leaves town. He actually leaves. And after all this, Elena meets Matt on the old Wickery Bridge, and they have a heart-to-heart, and he says some real meaningful for like the first time ever. It ends with Damon and Sheriff Forbes hiking through the woods the next day, and they find Dr. Fell, Alaric's new little lovey-dovey interest, her ex-boyfriend, whom we had met earlier in the night at the council meeting, stabbed in the heart with a stake. He's not a vampire. It was a murder. Who is this Dr. Fell? What does Klaus want with Klaroline? Who's in the fourth coffin? So many questions. Oh gee, thanks for giving me a ride. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so this has been Reviews for Humans, and I'm Molly. And not Dustin. Bye.
Rawr, 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 rawr.